I believe we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Miles and Smiles podcast. I apologize for the brief hiatus, but we are back. I am joined by Brennan Wellock and Matt Wehrle, and tonight we're going to be doing some recapping of the 2023 season, maybe some way too early 2024 picks. So without further ado, gentlemen, how are we doing? Let's get into it.
Yep, great. Let's get right into it, right into the meat and potatoes. We got a lot to talk about. We'll be doing a little summary and some superlative awards for the track and field season that was 2023 outdoors. We're gonna have 5.5 categories, and we're gonna give some commentary. So I guess we'll start off with a big one here. Most valuable player, most valuable athlete. Who gave the fans the most entertainment? I guess since I've been yapping, I'll start on two 1,500-meter runners, and Faith Kipyegon and Ingebrigtsen. Those are my most valuable. They've given me so much entertainment this year watching them get after it. What say you?
Me? Yeah,
Yep.
I have a four-way tie between Karsten Warholm, Ingebrigtsen, as you said, then Ryan Krauser and Armand Duplantis.
Bringing the field athletes into here. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Can't
Deserves
forget those guys. They're important.
Krauser definitely deserves to be on there.
So, Brennan, what was the basis of your picks? What kind of stood out to you? And of those four, which one's your personal favorite, and what do you think?
I mean, you can't. They've all had like such breakout seasons. Like, I don't quote me on this, but I think Karsten Warholm is the has probably the most 46 400-meter hurdles like times in like a single season ever. So that's really impressive. And like obviously you have Ingebrigtsen running the 2,000-meter world record, the 2-mile world record, and then his 3:27 1,500. And like most recently he ran like 3:43 mile and then like 7:23 3,000 meters. Like
Yep.
that's a crazy season if you ask me. The only real dud in his whole season was honestly the World Championships, but he still ended up with like a silver and then a gold. So
Yeah.
honestly,
I'm gonna
that's
echo
almost
everything
as
Brennan
that's like
just said. Nothing more needs to be said.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You could.
Ryan Krauser, he is the world record holder, as we all know, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the two-time Olympic champion. He is I think he he is also the defending world champion, and he had a blood clot going into the world championships, but still pulled through, and I think that was really impressive for him to do. And then obviously Armand Duplantis, he always breaks the world records in the pole vault like all the time, and he's just winning everything, and he's absolutely living the life. So he was also IAAF's Athlete of the Year
Wow.
2 or 1 years ago, I think. I'm not sure though, but
Mondo's too good for his own good.
yes.
He doesn't vault 6 meters, like the alarms go off. I don't know. Help. Yes. Well, nice. What about you, Hayden?
Yeah,
We'll
you guys really take the cake there. Maybe a little personal bias, but I'm going with Ingebrigtsen for my MVP, just because I think, on and off the track, this guy is just an absolute boss. He is breaking records, he's getting medals, and that 1,500-meter title has eluded him for some time now. I have no doubts he will. I'm very curious to see what he will decide to do in Paris. But to come back after 3 rounds of the 1,500, he was sick, he was beat up, and he closed that 5K in a 150 and beats Mo Katir at the line to defend his 5K title. And then he goes off to run the second fastest mile ever, 3:43. He outleans Kajelcha by .01 in the 3K, gets married a week later. This guy's living the life, and we should all take some lessons from him because he doesn't fear anyone, and I think he's just a great person for the sport. And Faith Kipyegon, Ryan Krauser, Mondo, all great picks. We really didn't have anyone really dominate the sprints. Noah Lyles did, but then Coleman beat him at Diamond League. But yeah, great season overall for Ingebrigtsen. Will we see the triple in Paris? 5K, 10K, 1500? We will see.
We'll see.
I will add one more thing to what Hayden said. I think what is an interesting observation that I have made about Ingebrigtsen is that in the Olympics in the 1500, he was the one that like during the Olympic 1500 meters, he was the one that like passed like Timothy Cherry, and like every time else, he's always been like the one in the front most like the race. And what I've noticed that like he's been the one that's been getting passed now, and I feel like he should probably stop being a front runner in those kind of races and just like being second or third most of the race, and then just like pass everyone in like final 200, I guess. That worked for him in the Olympics. So
that's a good observation.
Hindsight's always 2020. It does seem, I mean, it was deja vu getting beat in the last 200 by a Brit. But I just think that he's just better, and I think you can do that in the front. And I think, you know, when you get everybody's best shot, sometimes somebody goes off. And
Josh Kerr is an amazing athlete in his own right. I mean,
yeah,
I think that was a very fair bout, I think, right?
Okay.
I agree. Yep.
Well, let's get moving on here. How about comeback athlete of the track season? We'll bang through these. I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit here. We're gonna pick just in the 100 meters, Noah Lyles for me. I think a lot of people wrote off his 100 prowess, and he proved a lot of people wrong. And then also in the women's 100, I mean, this is Sha'Carri Richardson. You know, I think she's still got a lot of haters, but she got that world title, ran really freaking fast. Also, I don't think you can get a better, like, you know, comeback, and as she would maybe stick it to the haters. That's no better way to do it. So those are my picks. Two short sprinters.
Very nice. I like them. Brennan, how about you?
So my comeback athlete may be a little strange, but I was also like thinking of I have Karsten Warholm and then Wade Van Niekerk actually. So like both 400 meter runners, just like one of them is going over hurdles obviously, but I put Wade Van Niekerk down because he's been like getting near close to like around 44 flat for the 400 again, and I think that's really impressive considering he's been like injured for like a long time now, and like he's just like getting back into the groove of things right now, and I think that's really impressive.
And pick. If I could change, that's who I would pick now. I forgot.
Yeah, and then I'm just glad he hasn't really like done anything in the big stage yet, but I think if he can just like get into the 43s again consistently, maybe again, he can definitely like do something good because, oh boy, there's a reason he's the world record holder and out in lane 8 too. Oh my goodness.
Might be past the prime, but yeah, he's been absolutely getting back on the right track.
Yeah, and I have Karsten Warholm down here because last season he did not have the best season, but this year he had like last year he was injured during like the world championships, and last year you could see clearly that like he was struggling like the last 100 meters because like everyone was passing him, and that might, I don't want to say anything else other than that, but like this year he's definitely improved off of that and like gotten over his injury, and like it's just clear that he's in like the best shape of his like life right now, or second best shape of his life right now, and I think that's really impressive for him, and obviously another world title to add to his collection. I think that's a very impressive feat.
I love Warholm. That's all I have to say. I love him.
He's a beast.
How about you, Hayden?
You guys keep taking the good ones. I'm also limited as my knowledge. I'm kind of just a distance connoisseur, but I'm just going to pick another personal favorite and go with Cole Hocker. He was injured for he ran the trials in last year, but he wasn't healthy. doesn't make the team, has to miss out on Worlds in his backyard, basically misses all of indoor, has a late start to outdoor, barely gets to world standard running 3:34. And then he just pieces together a very solid season. He runs a 3K PB. He makes it through the rounds. He gets 30 USAs. Then he goes on to get seventh at Worlds in a PB of 330. So nothing too flashy. Can he win a medal in 2024? That's the question. He's definitely a sleeper pick, but I mean, this guy's confidence is unmatched. To see him come back from injury like that gives me high hopes. I think he needs to run 145 and 328 next year to give himself a chance for a medal. But yeah, great comeback season from him.
And that's a great pick too. I think
Yeah.
that would be so hard being on cloud 900 like the season they came out of college.
Yep.
And then boom, like getting really back down to earth, being humbled, honest, really.
Yep.
I didn't know how long it would take for him to get back to like that level, but yeah, for sure. Then yes, excellent. Yeah, well let's keep the party going here. All right, hey, you're gonna get to go first. You get to
All right.
steal our thunder now. Give me your breakout athlete, someone that just like flash in the pan. I've got one that's best. I know I do.
Is
So I'm gonna save it for last. I'm confident. I'm
it
confident
Yard?
he's not gonna get taken off the table. You go
Okay.
first.
Okay, so if I'm just going straight up breakout. I'm going to say Yard because he was technically an Olympian in 2021, gets injured, can't race. Then he kind of struggles with some injuries in his first year as a pro. Doesn't make Worlds last year. Goes on to just have an incredible season, breaks the American records in the mile, indoors and outdoors. And I believe it was like his fifth American record. He gets fifth at Worlds, so a lot of people were hoping he'd win a medal. But this guy is just a great personality. He's very coachable. He makes up that on athletic club team. He fits in very well. I thought he had a breakout year. He won London Diamond League. He won. That was only his second Diamond League. Yeah, man, this guy is a breakout, and yeah, I'll give it to him. Brendan, how about you?
Great pick.
So I also had Yard Nugus, but someone who he didn't win any medals, but I thought he had a breakout season was Yamath Kajelcha.
Yep.
And the reason I think that is because and all the other 5K guys this year was like absolutely crazy, but like he was able to run a 12:41, which is absolutely astonishing. And then also he almost beats Jakob Ingebrigtsen in the 3K running at 320 or 7:23, and which I think that's really impressive. Like
I agree.
those times definitely speak for themselves. I'm not sure what he's able to do indoors, but he was just
On another
all
level.
around good athlete, like getting like crazy PBs, like
Yeah.
and this guy has been like
kind of went dormant after the Oregon project disbanded. And that's a great pick for sure. I
Before
kind of forgot he existed, honestly.
Matt, before you go into your pick, just want to ask you guys the question. It's a really peculiar question and topic. So the Ethiopians have been criticized their contingent of Brehu Aragawi, Yomif Gijalcha, and Telahun Haile Bekele was another sub 12:55K runner. But I believe something happened with his visa or something happened where he could not compete at Worlds. I saw a video of him crying, very upset. He ends up running well at the Diamond League final in the 3K. We'll see him in Paris, hopefully. But the Ethiopian contingent have been criticized for not making that world final a fast race because, Ingebrigtsen had all the rounds in his legs. He was tired. If they make that a 12:50 race, Ingebrigtsen might not medal. We can play the what if game here. Do you guys think they should have made the race fast? And what do you think of that situation?
Again, I think whenever those East Africans, they do the team tactics like we say they should have made the race fast. I mean, if I'm Kajelka, I'm fast too. I'm not signing up to like, alley oop some of these kickers if I blow up in a championship style race. I don't think that they should be disappointed. I don't think the criticism is very valid. But yeah.
Yeah, I
What
like the
if?
point.
Who knows? Who knows?
Brennan, what do you think?
So if they were to go like 1250, they would have like unders like sub 1250 for the 5K in that particular championship. They probably would have destroyed the championship record of 1252 back in 2003, actually, which is quite insane.
Wow.
From Elliot Kipchoge, nonetheless, actually.
Is that when he beat El Garouge?
Yeah, and Bekele, and I just thought that was interesting. But if they went that route, I think they definitely would have like made it harder for Ingebrigtsen, and I think that if they went that route, it could have been like absolutely crazy, like championship race. It would have been definitely like they would have at least lapped like one guy,
Yeah.
but like I think that would have been. I don't know why they didn't do it because like they were probably running on tired legs as well. I mean, like running in the 1240s is just
Yeah.
fast.
A lot of those
And
guys
like
had the 10K in their legs.
yeah, and like also they're running like definitely well over 120-mile weeks. Like that's no joke.
Yeah.
So like I can definitely see why they like would maybe want a tactical, but like
Yeah.
because
The
they really did all
tactical-
the they save all their fast running for like those other meets, really, be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I agree.
It's weird to me, like the tactical race stuff. That is almost a majority. Like that's a male thing. Everyone thinks they have the fastest kick. Women, even the professional ranks, they go.
Yeah.
They go. No messing around. They go.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, who knows?
Matt,
Yeah,
who's your
so
pick for a breakout?
real quick, my breakout. I did. I had Nagus on there as an honorable mention, and Kajelka was actually one of the first people that came to mind. But my picks female. I mean, this is probably disrespectful. Mary Mora in the
Yep.
800,
Yep.
always been there. Finally got that breakout for full breakout result, not breakout performance, but got that breakout race, individual brilliance there. Women's 800 absolutely on fire, and Mora kind of stole the thunder of the two little wonder kids, Hodgkinson and No. And then I don't think you can get much more of a breakout star than this. Represent Division Two. Give me Cordell Tinch from Pittsburgh State.
Love it.
Give me Tinch. Tinch at one point, world number one from Division Two, former Division One athlete, transfer into Division Two. Can't get much more breakout than that. Breakout star. And then we'll be quick with this one. Like to keep the vibes positive here. But give me your dud of the year. Your dud of the year. Brennan, you start out. Your dud of the year.
So before I mention this athlete's name, I want to say that like he has been married and like he did recently have a kid, and I'm talking about Clayton Murphy. And as I just said, he has had a kid, and like he may have not had like much time to like really like focus in on like athletics this year or recently, but like
I think his kid had
he
some
did
like
make the
complications as well.
what?
I think the kid had like some complications as well, like when he was like a young child, like the kid that he had, I
Oh,
think. So that's a little bit of something, something. But go on, yeah.
so
Like Murphy run fast.
I didn't think so, but he did make the world championship team. I think he did run. I think he did run 144 once, but
I think he
other
was
than
one.
that, I think his overall season was a little disappointing. I mean, for a 142 runner, I think he still has like plenty of steam left. It's just like he just needs to like get in the mindset again, I think.
See if he's got that dad strength.
Yeah.
What about you, Hayden? Who disappointed you?
So there's a couple people. Ultimately, if you're injured, I don't think it should count as a dud. I think we should kind of point that out as like unfortunate realities. Just name out
Yeah.
some injuries. Sydney McLaughlin, Jacob Kiplimo, Grant Fisher. Uh, that's kind of the big three for me that I'm like, dang, I wish I could have really saw them run. Um, but honestly, I don't know how I'm a huge Cooper Tier fan, definitely one of my favorite runners. But to go from the US champion to getting eliminated in the first round, that was pretty sad. He criticized his coach, he criticized his training, but I hope he figures it out because I think he can win a medal at the Olympics without a doubt. I think he's a beast. And I'd like to see the sub 13 5K from him too. I think he can do it. So Cooper Tier, unfortunately, just couldn't put it together, but he's an amazing runner. I think he still ran like 331 or 332 this year. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dud's a good word for that. And I mean, I don't know him at all. I think he would use the same thing. That 1500 prelim that he raced at USA's, I mean, I don't have a log of every single one of his races, but if I were to show somebody how not to run a 1500 as a 333 and one of the favorites to win, that's what I would show him. I would say, don't do this.
Yeah.
So I think he deserved to not make it. Ran like a bonehead, but yeah, he's absolutely got the talent and probably now the drive to be focused up on 2024. Yes, so it's a nice little segue. My dud, McLaughlin Lavroni. I want to see the best. I want to see the world record holder run races. So it's a dud whenever she doesn't. Also, my boy Fred Curley. He was winning all those races in the beginning, and then he kind of fizzled out. Dud, not an indictment on their character or anything, but I want to see Fred on the medal stand, and that just didn't happen. We'll see we don't know what the plan is. I also want to see Fred Curley do the 400-100 double, just out of selfishness. I want to see that. So those are my two disappointing. Yes. So moving on to the penultimate category. We're getting to the nitty gritty here. Best race that you watched in the year. Yes, I'll start. This is a little cheat as well, so I'll go real quick. The race of Ingebrigtsen against Elgar Rouge, that was amazing to watch this year. I did not think that he had it in the tank. Like at the end of last year, what was he, like a 328 guy? Maybe, I don't remember. I didn't think he had in the tank. I thought Elgar Rouge was a level above, and that's clearly not the case anymore. So that was awesome to watch. Just him versus the world records. And then, I don't know, do you guys remember watching the USA steeplechase?
I
Kenneth
do remember
Rooks.
that actually.
Guy from BYU,
Kenneth
falls
Rooks was a
down, picks
beast.
up and wins. I just remember that, and I was like, that was a sick race. That was the first thing that came to mind, and I thought that was a very just enjoyable race to watch.
I think what has ironically already gone under the radar was again one of Ingebrigtsen's races, as you talked about earlier, his 2 mile race. He absolutely shattered the 2 mile world record. Like, to go from the world record to from 7:58 to 7:54 is absolutely crazy.
I think that was a weak world record, though. But yeah, he smashed it.
No,
It's not
only
weak
one
anymore.
from my
Whoa,
belief,
wait, Matt. Whoa. You're talking like
The
going
2 mile
sub.
world
You're
record.
telling me like going sub 4 minute miles twice isn't hard?
Oh,
Like,
it's
come on.
absolutely impossible. It's almost physically impossible. But it's not the 2K world record. That's just what I'm saying.
All
In
right.
other ones that he's gotten close to and has, that's the easiest one, in my opinion.
I just want to point out that it was a tough year for Daniel Komen for Lemecha Gurma to break his indoor 3K record, for Jakob to break the 2 mile record. From what I know, Daniel Komen was the only man to ever break 8 in the 2 mile. I know it's not a really contested event, but dang, those records are tough. And Jakob, he could have got the mile too if he would have had a better pacer. He's running 3:42. He's gonna run 3:41 high in the mile.
Who knows?
Who knows, man? Like, it's just a tough year.
Just keeps getting a little bit better. Hasn't slowed down at all.
Nope.
Who's next? Who's next?
Brennan, favorite race?
Favorite race.
Favorite race?
I can go.
Well, I did mention the 2 mile, but I also did like the Noah Lyles and the 100 meters in the World Championships. I think that was pretty amazing.
You can't beat
what?
You can't beat watching the 100-meter dash.
Yeah. I think it was I think we all knew he had it in him, but like we weren't sure. But like, and then to see him like actually pull it off mid race is very exciting. And most recently, Kelvin Kiptum marathon world record. Impressive.
That's what I was gonna say.
Almost sub 2 hours. Can't go wrong with that. And then what else? I did really enjoy like the mile race at Eugene, where it's like Jakob and Negus battled it out to both run 3:43. That was really impressive. I like that too. Those are those were my favorite races, actually. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chicago Marathon. Kelvin Kiptum, 23 years old, only his third ever marathon, runs 2:00:35, 4:36 a mile, demolishes the world record, and yeah, it was a phenomenal race. If I'm thinking just kind of unique, I'll go World Championship 10K. For the women, unfortunately, Safan Hassan falls, but that allows Ethiopia to go 1, 2, 3. Gudaf Segay, Latessa Begide, one of my favorite runners. She also runs like 14 O's. Gudaf runs 14 flat, breaks the world record, and then Taye gets a medal. So I think the Ethiopian women were on fire, and I think that the men have fallen short the past couple global championships in getting medals. Salaman gets a bronze in the 10. But I want to see Salaman win another Olympic title, and then some of these other 5K guys to get it done. So those are my picks.
Yeah, I remember watching the 10K. We were all like, we're like, oh, that's crazy, crazy. Well, yes. All right, now this is a free for all category. Just something or someone you enjoyed. All you, Brennan. Random thought
me?
of the 2023 season that you thought was fun to watch.
So, I have a really unique one. Emmanuel Wanyoni and also Marco Arop. I know the 800 meters hasn't been like as hot as it was in like 2019, 2018, but there's still some very solid competition. Like it's just to see them like duke it out like often, and like it was basically a toss up on like who would just be better that day, basically, and like to see them battle it through world championships, through like other Diamond League meets and the Diamond League final, and like their last race being like both athletes got like into the 142s. I thought that was really cool. It's because like I didn't think we'd see another sub 143 for a while.
In a while.
I'm glad to see more 142s. I enjoy I enjoy watching those kinds of races where it's like, oh wow, that's really actually like one of the top 50 all-time fastest. Like that's crazy.
The Marco Arop move in the World Championship final is the most authoritative move I've ever seen in an 800 in a pro field. I have never seen anybody. This would make any coach that coaches middle distance running go crazy. The third 200 is just a thing of beauty. just makes people look like he's running against high schoolers. And then held on. Yep, that was a good one. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just really glad the 800 is doing all right. I mean, it's no David Rudisha era, but it's still like in really good hands. And just to see Emmanuel Wanyoni like being like under 20 years old and like going sub 143 is just really impressive, in my opinion.
I agree.
What about you, Hayden? Something you enjoyed?
I got two good ones. I'll start with men's steeplechase. Obviously, everyone knew it was Pikali versus Gurma, both sub 8. Uh, and El Bakali gets to win. I think, everyone loves world championships, but it's just not the Olympics. So let's see how things shake out. I think El Bakali has won the past few years, won three or four because he won in Tokyo, Eugene, and Budapest. So let's see Lemaitre Girma. Lemaitre Girma can run the 15 or the 5, and he might get a medal there too. And then personally, Grant Fisher come back from injury and run sub 13 5K and get third in a Diamond League final was awesome to see. And no one thinks he'll get a medal in the 10K or the 5K at Worlds because he has to go against the likes of Joshua Cheptegei, Jacob Kiplimo, Stanley Mburu, Salman Barega, and all these other guys. The masses of people. But will Cheptegei run? He's considered moving up to the marathon. I don't know if he'll do that this year. I mean, I think he's still got it. He won in Budapest. So I hope Grant Fisher gets a medal. That's all I'm going to say. Matt, how about you?
Yes, we're getting close to the under 5 minute mark. Something I enjoyed, and I said it before. I love watching Carson Warholm healthy. I heard somebody say that he just runs angry, and I think that's so true. He just attacks the track, gets out hard, says, "I dare you to catch me." The only person I've ever seen catch him was Ry Benjamin in the Diamond League final. And what was his name?
Byron McMaster.
Yes, McMaster from
Yes.
the British Virgin Islands, I think.
Yes, that is correct.
It's McMaster. So I guess he is, but maybe he celebrated a little too much his world championship win. And then I'm not huge on the Safan Hassan train, but you got to commend the range. I don't think no athlete has the range that she does. Let's go. Let's go through some of the personal bests. 156 and 800, all the way to 213 in the marathon.
Like 6 weeks apart.
156 to 213. I don't have to say anything else. Like, that is absolutely insane. That's insane range. And that's just incredible. World's triple, and then 3 weeks later, Chicago Marathon. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like a month. That doesn't dampen it.
I think, yeah. I did some more research on her and learned that she lived in Ethiopia until she was 15. Then she immigrated to the Netherlands. So what if she stayed in Ethiopia? It could have been her, Gudov, and Letessen Bet getting medals every championship. But she is a great athlete.
Oh, one more thing I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing the U.S. men's 4x1 get back on track. They get criticized because they're so good. They ran absolutely terrible in the World Championship final, but good to bring the sprint prowess back to the United States. Enjoyable whenever you can only lose when you're the United States, and got the job done.
Hopefully we dethrone Italy.
Hopefully we dethrone Italy. That is something that hurts to say, but yes, they're.
I hope we get the gold next year.
Yep.
That would be Gotta work on those handoffs. Let's
You know what
go.
I want to see? I want to see. I want to see a 4x4 world record. It's 252. I just
That was 254.
is it?
Yeah,
250?
254.
That's easy.
That's
You're
come
right.
on. That's not so easy.
You're right. It's 254. It's 254.
They literally had I know on that
They can do
relay,
it. I think they can
they
do it.
had like some all-time best on the 400 in that.
I just
Was Carl Lewis on drugs? Was he doping?
no. No more than anybody else was doing, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say clean.
We need to do another episode about clean sport and which athletes we think are clean.
Clean sport.
Clean.
Well, again, my MVP, Ingy, I'd put the lives of every single person on this podcast on the fact that he's clean.
Wow.
Tested too much.
Yeah.
If you're good, you get tested. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, good stuff, lads.
Good stuff. This was definitely the best one we've had so far. And unfortunately, we have less than a minute remaining. But I'm going to start brainstorming of some new topics. If you're new to the podcast, drop a comment on what we should talk about next. Indoor season's coming up soon. We'll do some predictions for that too.
PSAC cross country recap.
Yeah.
That's
Brennan?
what the people want to hear. I'm excited. It'll be a good team battle.
I'm excited too.
Let's go, Brennan.
All right, we're gonna be shut
Let's
off.
go.
Great work, boys.
Get shit
All right.
done.
Peace.
All right.